So I want to show you how we're going to complete this worksheet about the purpose of homework. Of course, I'm going to pause while everybody complains and cracks jokes about why we give homework. Okay, time's up. Now, you'll notice that most of these equations are written in standard form. And I'm going to take a look at this first one here. And all I want you to do is remember the following, that in standard form, the slope can be found by negative a over b, the opposite of a over b, and the y-intercept can be found by doing c over b. So for this problem here, letter O, the slope is negative 2/5, and the y-intercept is 10 over 5. And remember, we can divide that and get the answer of 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So then what I'll do is I'll look for the answer that has a slope of negative 2/5 and a y-intercept of 2, and I'll write the letter O in that box. So don't feel like you have to put all these things in the slope-intercept form. We simply have to find the slope and the y-intercept and then put the letter in the box. And we're going to use these two little formulas. M equals the opposite of a over b, or negative a over b. And b, the y-intercept, equals c over b. Remember, this is a, this is b, and this is c. We've done this before. You guys can do this. Okay, good luck on that one. Actually, before we move on to the other sheet, I want to make sure you understand that I want to see the slope and the y-intercept written next to each equation. So, for example, for that letter O that I just talked about, I will write M equals negative 2/5 right on the sheet, and B equals 2 right on the sheet. Write it right there. All right. You still have to go down and, of course, fill the box in as well. But just want to make sure you understand that we want to see M and B for each of these equations. For the second part of the assignment, why did the gyro go into the bakery? We simply need to use the slope and the point that are given to find the equation in slope-intercept form. And remember, we've talked about how to do this by using the formula y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. We'll fill in the three red values, then we will distribute and do an inverse operation. Let me show you how number 1 works. I start with y minus 2, and that would be this 2 right here, y1, equals 2, which is the slope, times x minus 3, which is the x1 value. All right, there's the 3. Now I'm going to distribute the 2, and when I do that, I get y minus 2 equals 2x minus 6. Be very careful to multiply that correctly. My inverse operation is plus 2 to both sides. Cross those out, and I get an equation which is y equals 2x minus 4. Okay? And you'll notice that that corresponds to letter R. So I'll follow the directions and I'll write this letter in the box at the bottom of the page. Okay, letter R goes in the box for number 1. That's all there is to this thing. Fill out the equation by filling in the three red values, y1, m, and x1. Distribute, and then do your inverse operation. Once you get the equation in slope-intercept form, circle the correct one. All right, good luck. I know you can do this. See you tomorrow. Oops, I did forget to tell you one thing. Obviously, there's a lot of work that goes into completing a problem like this. you'll remember that I had all this stuff written in here to solve that problem before I figured out that it was R. So you're going to need a separate sheet of notebook paper for this one that you'll staple to the page. Okay, we want to see the work. We want you to show your process. I know if I didn't mention this, Mrs. Bush would give me the business. So please remember to write out your work for each of these before you solve the puzzle. Good luck.